Welcome back, Mr. J family. Welcome back, 18. It is me, Mr. J, with the Mr. J Show. And yes, the time is finally here. We are watching the SB19 First Takes of Mapa and I think Gento, right? Yeah, Gento. Um, Sometimes on these first takes, because aren't they? Isn't I'm pretty sure that the first take is a Japanese based channel or company or whatever you want to call it because I've seen them on I've dealt with them before when it comes with Western artists collabing with Japanese artists, and so I'm familiar with them. But and they always have a really good setup and really good sound quality. So I do wonder if for this first take they'll switch anything up. I'm kind of torn on whether I want them to switch it up because I think Mappa is perfect the way it is. For many reasons, obviously, that we've already spoken about. But, anyways, you guys have been waiting for this and have been asking for this in the comments for weeks. So instead of finishing my already open tabs, I wanted to do these because you guys have been waiting very patiently for these two songs from the first take, and so I'm doing it. But anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit that super thanks button, join Patreon, and like always, thank you for watching, 18, and let's get it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Hold on. Let me grab my water. I always forget to grab it. Like, I always, like, come over here. I'll always come over here and sit down at the computer, and then I'll, like, record a couple of videos, and I'm like, where's my water? It's over there, usually. Alright, let's get into this. Okay.
Grabe.
We back. Nakakabingi yung katahimikan dito.
Yeah.
Bro, we back.
Wow. We're back here again.
Silent, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tell me when you're ready. You guys ready?
We're not.
I'm so nervous, man. I'm so nervous.
You ready?
Yeah. We good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's
Stel
go.
in his glasses.
Mama, kumusta na di na? Tayo lagi nakikita.
Wait a second. That is different. Mama. Yeah, the music in the back is different, yeah? Like the instruments. And the tempos sounds slower, maybe.
Mama, kumusta na di na? Tayo lagi nakikita. Miss na kita sobra.
Pablo.
Lagi na lang kami ang nauuna. Di ba pwedeng ikaw muna? Akin ang pangamba.
Well, I gotta turn. I'm gonna get weepy if I read the lyrics. I know I know what the lyrics are. Okay, you know this song hits me hard when I read the lyrics.
Dahil ikaw ang aking mata sa tuwing mundo'y nag-iiba ang dahilan ng aking paghinga. Kaya huwag mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata, tana. Pahinga muna, ako nang bahala. Labis pa sa labis ang iyong nagawa, mama. Pahinga muna, ako na. La tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara.
Good harmonization. Harmonies are perfect.
Papa, naaalala mo pa ba? Nung ako'y bata pa, diba? Aking puso yung hinanda sa mga bagay na buhay ang may dala.
It doesn't sound different now. It just sounded different at the very beginning. I don't know why.
Ko ang iyong bawat payo at hanggang sa dulo magkalayo man tayo, ako'y tatayo. Pangako, tatay ko, hindi ka makipa sa tuwing ako'y gagapang aking paghinga. Kaya huwag mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata, tana. Pahinga muna, ako nang bahala. Labis pa sa labis ang ginagawa, papa. Pahinga muna, ako na. La tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara. Di ko na sasayangin pang mga natitirang paghinga. Tutungo na kung saan naroon ng mahalaga. Whoa, whoa. At kahit na kailan pa may di mawawala, pagkat dala kong mapa. San man mapunta, alam kung saan nagmula.
Ken?
Huwag mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata, tana. Pahinga muna, ako na.
Huwag mag-alala, ipikit ang iyong mata, tana. Pahinga muna, ako nang bahala. Labis pa sa labis ang ginagawa, mapa. Pahinga muna, ako na. Tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara, la tsara la tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara, la tsara tsara tsara.
Oh, Stell.
Pahinga muna, ako na.
Oh my goodness.
How was it, guys?
It was awesome.
Yeah, ask me
good.
how was it?
How are you?
Yeah, it was great.
I like
It was
I
awesome.
love it. I feel it.
We all enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's really good here.
It's always a good experience to be here. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
I just... Okay, I'll just come out and say it because I'm that kind of person, right? I at this current moment, SB19, there might, I'm not afraid to say things like these. I love giving hot takes, but SB19 right now so far is unless something better comes around, is probably my favorite group of this year. And I think it's going to stay. I think they're going to stay my favorite group throughout the whole summer and probably throughout the year. Unless you guys send me something that's a little more, because I said on stream, someone asked me who my favorite, family band was, and I said no with no problem. I said Mission Souls. I do listen to Franz Rhythm and the Rio Brothers and others, but I can say things like that, but I just I'm getting like. And my brother says that I have to stop doing this because he thinks this is why I have high blood pressure. Is I get very emotionally involved with groups that I start to care a lot about. And SB19, all five of them, they are just lovely souls. It's the only way to put it, and taking this is I read a comment last night, and I was just like, wow. Someone said and they were talking about other reactors, right? They were like, a lot of us 18 are unsubscribing to people because they've been something to the effect that a lot of 18 are unsubscribing from certain reactors. They didn't give names, but from certain reactors because they're like, you've been reacting to them for a couple months and you haven't even taken the time to learn their names. Which, fair enough. I think that's absolutely grounds for someone to unsubscribe to them, because what was the first thing I said? When I first started, I told you guys, I told 18, I was like, hey, if you can help me out, what did I say? It was on the wish bust. You can go back and look, but you guys know what I'm talking about because I've only been doing SB19 content for about a month now. But if you remember, what I said is I really respect them as musicians and as artists, but also as people. And I said, can you please tell me from left to right what their names are? And I very quickly learned all of their names. And then once I learned their names, I was able to pick out each person's part. It's not just about a so-called respect for the artist, knowing their names. It is a part of it, though. The other part of it is once I learned all of them, I was able to start being able to pick out their voices in the songs. Like, you'll see now that I'll say like, oh, Stel did, or Pablo, or Josh, or Justin, or Here Comes Ken. To me, it's a point of respect. Respecting them enough to know their names, but it's also to appreciate the music and what each guy, man, boy, whatever you want to call them, what each group member, how they sound. You really have to get to know them. And then I kind of got a little more emotionally involved with SB19 because I watched Uncle Chuck's docuseries a couple weeks back. And that just opened the floodgates for me when it came to, loving the boys, because it one, Uncle Chuck is very, very talented, but also, it really shows how far they've come from the very, very bottom all the way to the very top. It's such an inspiring story, and to see them go through all those hardships, and now seeing them on here just laughing and smiling and being on top of the world, it means so much to me that they're happy. It really does. And so, yeah, I might get emotionally involved a little, maybe a little too much emotionally involved with the artists I cover, but that's just who I am. But back to what I was saying is it's funny because the comments section are always so funny. But I mean, geez, I listen to them on my show basically all day. Um, I listen to them when I'm driving. I listen to them when I'm sitting over on the couch, when I'm just relaxing. I mean, they're really good and very talented, and I just love the positive energy that they always kind of give off. Even if they're talking about, very sensitive subjects, they always try to, keep it as positive as possible. And that's really hard to find nowadays. But yeah, this was awesome. Now I know why you guys have been wanting me to watch this, but the boys are doing awesome. And yes, I will say it again. They are so far my favorite group to listen to of the year so far. And I really don't see them being kicked off that pedestal anytime soon, especially not this summer. Summer just started. And it's going to be full of SB19 because I like watching them. I love listening to them. I like learning about them. I love everything about them. But anyways, 18, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit that super thanks button, join Patreon. And like always, thank you for watching, 18, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.